there's something much larger than these individual incidents at our embassy in Egypt and what happened in Benghazi. Well, the media narrative is that there's this video out there or movie on YouTube that makes fun of the Prophet Muhammad. Okay, that's it. That explains everything. That explains the militants. That explains the anger. And guess what? That does make it our fault. And there you have the narrative. It's our fault because we have a constitution. It's our fault because we got a First Amendment. It's our fault because we've got uncontrollable extremists, kooks, hate mongers, whatever the left wants to say. And they always all happen to be conservatives. This is happening because we have a disaster as a president. This is happening because American foreign policy as a whole is imploding. We have somebody in charge of American foreign policy and his Secretary of State, Mrs. Clinton, who have a politically correct conflict resolution, United States is always at fault worldview. That is how you get Obama apologizing all over the world shortly after he takes office. That's why Obama bows to all of these foreign leaders. It's why he went to Cairo and made this speech. The assumption is that George Bush ruined our reputation around the world. Why? Because George Bush was a cowboy. What does that mean? It means Bush stood up for America. Bush said, you're either with us or you're against us. Oh, no, that's not conflict resolution 101. Oh, no, that's not fair. Oh, no, that's not justice. Because, you see, the United States doesn't deserve to win all the time, folks. We've won way too many times in the view of Mrs. Clinton and Barack Obama, both from the Yelensky School. We've been victorious way too often for way too many decades. And because of these unjust victories, we have become unjustly wealthy. And we have become unjustly powerful. And so now it's the job of Barack Obama even before he's making the speech in Berlin, even before he becomes president, after he becomes president. His mission, therefore, in his convoluted mind, and also Mrs. Clinton's, is to tell the rest of the world. They assume the rest of the world agrees with them about everything. So the way that we will have peace is for Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton to essentially blame us, as they do. And once they do that, so goes the thinking in Conflict Resolution 101. Once we tell our enemies that we understand that we have been at fault at times in the past, they will thus be mollified. And because of the power of the personality of Barack Obama and the bigness of his willingness to admit our fault and complicity in atrocities for 200 plus years, that they will stand down. How can any of this be happening after Obama made his Cairo speech? In his mind, it shouldn't be. In Hillary's mind, it should be. They can't believe this is, I guarantee you, they can't believe, they don't understand. Dianne Feinstein, I got a soundbite. She doesn't understand. How can the Libyans do this to us after we saved them? Obama saw it as an easy victory. He wants to establish himself as having foreign policy gonads. He guts, Korea, pick somebody who can walk all over, hiding behind the United Nations. Do it with drones, do it whatever. Big, tough guy. And all of a sudden, they kill our ambassador. There's a story out now, too, that he was sodomized prior to his death. Coordinated attacks on the anniversary of 9/11 that our brilliant leaders actually think is due to a movie. The level of incompetence and ignorance being demonstrated right in front of our eyes. So Obama makes Cairo. So the Cairo speech it was designed to prevent this. The purpose of the Cairo speech was to go tell the Islamic world, hey, there's a new guy in town now. I'm one of you. We understand your plight. This stuff that happened 8 years ago, Bush and all that stuff in Iraq, not going on. We're going to have a new understanding with Islam. We have a new understanding with Muslims. And boy, have we. Have we gone out of our way? We've gone out of our way in this country and around the world to make it clear we have no problem with Muslims, right? Has that not been the official position of this country? We have no problems with, we got more problems with Mitt Romney than we have with Islamists. We had more problems with Rush Limbaugh and conservative talk radio and Paul Ryan than we have with Islam, right? Where's it gotten us? Well, look at this. Fox News, consulate attack planned as two-part militant assault, Libyan official says. A senior security official says that the attack that killed 4 Americans in Libya, including the ambassador, was an organized two-part operation by heavily armed militants that included a precisely timed raid on a supposedly secret safe house, just as Libyan and U.S. security forces were arriving to rescue evacuated consulate staff. Wanis al-Sharif, Eastern Libya's deputy interior minister, said the attacks were suspected to have been timed to mark the 9/11 anniversary, and the militants used civilians protesting an anti-Islam film as cover. Of course. And anybody in our CIA, counterterrorism, knows this to be true. It's not this movie. It's that they know there's nothing that's going to be done about it. Barack Obama couldn't even act like he cares about people in poverty. He cares about people that might be governed by Republicans. He cares about women and making sure they get their damn contraception pills. He cares about all that. But he can't be moved to care about people being killed in our embassies. Doesn't take a question, heads to the plane, heads to Vegas, raise some more money. Meanwhile, Mitt Romney, that's who we got to look out for. Mitt Romney's the problem. Mitt Romney's out of touch. Mitt Romney shoots first and aims later. That alone disqualifies them from re-election. That alone ought to have everybody saying, we don't want you in positions of power anymore.